to insist more for whatever it is it wants.
I don't understand.
And it points at Jing.
Can you... I don't know. I don't understand.
It seems to be getting more aggressive.
Do hand motions.
Ecstasy screams from across the battlefield while fighting the last goblin. Do hand motions! What are you doing on your turn?
I'm just gonna still stay here and defend if I need to.
Okay.
He's not making it like a threatening move, but he still has his blade like ready if needed be.
That hobgoblin strikes you.
Ouch.
You take 7 damage.
Ouch. Even with an 18 AC?
Yes. This goblin comes up and points at Jing too and goes, and seeing that you have no intention of like doing whatever it is they want, it stabs you as well for 3 damage.
Jesus.
Ecstasy, the one that's fighting, misses you. You're up.
Let's finish this.
You say to the goblin, and it says, "Yes, let's," in halting common.
Booming blade.
You connect. It doesn't die.
Okay, with my bonus action, I'm going to disengage.
It will. That does provoke attacks of opportunity. You are aware, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will double check right now because I want to make certain before I make you take an attack of opportunity. On it later. Okay, so disengage. Sorry, Martin. The disengage action means that your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks for the rest of the turn. So, are you taking a disengage action or the dash action?
Disengage.
Okay. And it says that you can do that as a bonus action, right?
Yes.
I have to Google something really quickly because I made a call on Blade Dancer earlier and I want to be fair to both you and Blade Dancer, but the way that it's being explained means that I think that Rogue should be able to do it. So one moment.
What?
Can you move?
It's because I have something called cunning action. So instead, as a bonus action, I can dash, disengage, hide, and in my case, use Mage Hand as a bonus action.
Hold on. Okay. Blade Dancer, did you already have a point of inspiration?
Yes.
Okay, gain a second because I have made a mistaken call.
Oh, what was that?
You can move, attack, and then move the rest of your movement. You can move after attacking. So I want you to gain that for my bad. Okay?
Alright, I mean, technically you can only have one inspiration at a time, but I mean...
Normally you
fine
can
with
only
just-
have one inspiration at a time. However, because I made the poor call, I am allowing you to have a second inspiration at a time.
Oh, dang, I screwed up some.
Alright,
Ecstasy,
cool.
you are capable of moving if you would like.
Yes.
And you've used disengage, so you will provoke no attack of opportunity.
And I'm just gonna go over here.
Is hide one of the bonus actions you can take too, Martin, by the way?
Yes.
Originally, I will also let you guys know that in the playtesting for Rogue, the disengage action allowed you to hide at the end of it as well. Meaning that I was pulling all sorts of crazy bullshit with the Rogue I playtested. Oh yeah, you do have control and vision from Ecstasy. Sorry, Tal. There you go.
Well, that's why I was taking so much damage earlier.
So yeah, you move back. Blade Dancer, you're up.
All right, I will use the inspiration to attack this hobgoblin.
Good call. You attack your former ally and you connect. Roll your damage.
I am also actually going to use one of my abilities, using a superiority dice to attempt to knock him down.
Ooh,
using my
okay.
trip attack.
Sure.
So I deal 4. I also deal D8. So I deal a total of 12 damage.
Total of 12?
Yep.
Why do you get the extra D8?
Using a superiority die.
I thought that was to do a trip attack.
It is, but it also deals the extra damage.
All right, well, you stab him, and then you stick your foot behind him as he's falling backwards. And as he falls, he lands on a discarded fallen sword that was already there. And the sword that he tripped on is what kills him.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
As he dies.
For future reference, it's like a DC 13.
He did not make it, trust me.
Sweet. And then I can still move.
Yep, go ahead. I'm just putting through the orders this way. Whoever knows up next knows that they're up next.
Now, am I allowed to use the rest of my attack with my...
No, because you've already made your main action. That one I looked that one up.
Okay, cool.
So you took your action, which was to attack. You don't get you can split up movement, but you can't split up attack actions.
Well, what if technically my other action is a bonus action?
Yes,
Because
if it's a bonus action, you can do it.
So I can attack?
What do you mean? What's your bonus action? Do you have something in your thing? Bonus actions are like my class or my race allows me to do this.
Attacking with an offhand weapon is a bonus.
Okay, one moment. Let me double check this really quickly. I don't mind double checking some extra stuff right now. Normally in the middle of a session, I'd be like, I'll figure this out later, and I'd just let you do it.
Yeah, it's fair.
But since Earl's not here, I want to look it up right now. Which archetype did you pick?
The 2-weapon fighting.
Right. You haven't gotten a martial archetype yet, so you did 2-weapon fighting.
Oh, the martial archetype.
You're not level 3, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, which martial archetype did you pick?
Battlemaster.
Battlemaster. I am not seeing anything that gives you a bonus action to 2-weapon fight.
It's just what 2-weapon fighting is.
2-weapon fighting, it lets you add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack from what I'm reading.
No.
I think it means by wielding 2 weapons is what it means.
No, your normal attack action encompasses both weapons. So, like, if you're attacking things, if you use your action to attack something adjacent, that was your action. If you have a bonus action to be able to attack something else, that's how it works.
How do I send things from the book?
Do you have... Okay, what page?
Page 191.
Okay.
So, moving between attack.
Hold on. Clearly that sent me to a different page. This is the D&D 5e book, right? Player's Handbook?
Yes. Actually, sorry, 190 it is.
Okay.
The actual page number.
That's still sending me to, like, the spell listing. Hold on. Attack rolls. Is that it? No, that's areas of effect, durations, components, spells.
Dylan, you're Russell, are you looking at the page number or the PDF number?
Yeah, the PDF numbers and the page numbers are different. So one moment. 195. I have to kind of zoom in to see the actual page numbers. And now I no longer see them. Okay, that's 190. So 190. Breaking up your move?
Yes.
I'm looking at that right now. So that's where you're looking at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can move your speed. Like, you can move 10 feet, for example, take your action, and then move 20 feet.
And then attack, it says. Also, on page 190...
Oh my god, that's with the extra attack feature.
Also, on page 195, it says...
Moving between attacks, I will point out, says the extra attack feature, which you do not have yet. And
yes,
on 195, on.
Two-weapon fighting. When you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon that you are holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Which prevents me...
Yep, that's a bonus action. Feel free. Go ahead.
Yeah. Which does, however, prevent me from getting
It does not.
Attack.
It does not, because you have two-weapon fighting.
God.
Awesome. After all that... that.
You are the...
A slow clap for myself.
Oh my god, I'm dying here.
After all that...
That was wonderful.
Please tell me that you timestamped that, Martin.
I
Or
did
Al.
timestamp it, but I'm unsure in which recording, so I'll
Don't
have
worry,
to
if
double
you
check it.
Give me the total timestamp, like as if this is the second recording and it was 39 minutes in. Give me 39 minutes instead of the 19 minutes it would be into this one.
If I remember.
Okay, just give me whatever timestamps work, and I'll figure it out from there. You are incapacitated for the next round as you kind of like swing your hand axe, and the goblin reaches up after dodging and shoryukens you right in the jaw.
Hell yeah. Nice.
You also, because you have the two-weapon fighting like fighter thing, lets you add your ability modifier to the second swing.
Yeah.
Okay, so even if you're using it as a bonus action, you can still do it.
Yeah. Oh, I was just saying that later on it prevents me from, like, in earlier editions to get, like, 8 attacks. Now
I was like, what the hell? Hello?
My extra 1.
Are you here? I'll buzz you in. It's 064.
Oh.
064, yeah. Martin, that one misses you.
No, he does not, because I used Booming Blade on that.
Booming Blade!
One.
Yeah.
So as the goblin starts moving, Ecstasy snaps his fingers and he goes, ka-ching!
Alright, roll your damage.
And there we go.
And give me a moment, because this pizza guy is one of the stupid ones and doesn't know how to work my apartment buzzer, so I'm gonna go out and like meet him at the fucking front door. And also that goblin die, and the fight is almost done, apart from the one that used to be your friend. Blade Dancer, go ahead and swing at it. Wait a minute.
Yeah, you missed me.
Oh, I missed Rinder! Rinder! And I missed the enemy goblin too. Rinder, go ahead and attack.
Oh god. What's going on?
Nothing,
I tried to do all this.
This song is driving me nuts.
I'm so sorry if it is. Do you want me to switch to something else? It's just meant to be like the Goblin Town one. Hello?
Yeah, you do whatever. We're almost finished here anyway.
You are. Rinder, go ahead and attack, because I skipped you, and I'm sorry.
Okay, well first I'm going to freaking Second Wind.
Second Wind you back, yeah. By the way, we have 2 fighters this session, Rinder and Blade Dancer.
Yeah.
I roll a 1d10 plus 2. Oh god!
You get 1 health. You get 3 health back.
Well,
That was my bonus action.
Uh-huh.
And so now I'm gonna attack the stupid goblin.
Okay.
12.
You don't hit it. Blade Dancer? Oh wait, hold on. That goblin gets to go first. Because
Okay.
I forgot its turn. And it is going to stab you, Blade Dancer, for 6 damage.
fuck.
And then you're up.
I got stabbed. Sick.
Oh wait, no. You're incapacitated this round, aren't you?
Yes.
Yep. What does incapacitated do again? One moment. It's different than stunned.
I think it gives it advantage.
Probably does. You cannot take any actions or reactions. So you can take nothing this turn.
Wah, wah.
Jing is sleeping, Zaris isn't here. Rinder, it's back to you.
I guess I try to stab it again. 24
That hits.
Yes.
for
I
9.
mean, I guess we can skip me. That's fine.
No, Martin, you had your turn last round. I skipped Rinder to go to you.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rinder, you kill it! Yay! We'll put back on Caellia's theme song then, since I am getting sick of Goblin Town as well. You guys have killed all the goblins. All the buildings that were on fire are essentially ash by now. Or they're still on fire, but there's nothing you can do for them apart from pile sand up around the outside of them, so this way the fires don't spread.
How much does a cure wounds potion heal?
1d8.
1d8.
Okay.
Oh, whoops.
Jing, heal 3.
Jing, you are conscious again because you were fed. Oops. Jing, you are conscious again. And you heal 3. You hear Tal?
Womp womp.
I'll give her the +3 for now.
Then I'm gonna
She'll be
second.
back eventually. By the way, for everyone who
She's
is
typing.
here, we cannot. No, Tal, you're muted. Like you didn't
Yeah,
take yourself
you're
off mute.
you're muted on Discord.
Swoo! I heal.
Well, it still says you're muted, so reconnect. It still says you're muted.
You came in muted.
Hello.
There
Hello.
we go.
Hello.
Hello, Tal. Okay, so Tal, you heal 3, and Jing is conscious again after all the fighting's done.
Where am I?
In heaven, baby.
Somebody kill me again. This is a nightmare.
Everyone gains 110 XP for the regular goblins. Someone record this down for Zaris as well. And for the hobgoblins, you each earn 40. So you all earn a total of 150 XP. Record that for Earl as well, someone. Does not matter.
I just
who
shouted
this
to him
one
on
is.
Facebook.
Cool.
God damn it.
So what do you guys do? All the goblins in the war camp are dead.
Well, we gotta go inside and see to Caellia again.
Alright. Let me change Zaris from being, blue baba diba ba da ba da ba diba. Caellia is inside, still sitting on her throne. You guys can roll an insight or perceptions if you'd like.
It's our choice.
Mm-hmm. Your choice.
Where's our inside guy when you need him?
Not here at the moment. Ecstasy, you can see that her knuckles are white tensely.
Mission successful, princess.
Good. Good. She relaxes visibly. I'll take a casualty report now.
Whatsoever.
What'd you say?
I'd like a casualty report, please.
Yeah, we're not firefighters.
Are there any remaining goblins outside?
No.
All were slain?
Yep.
Yes.
You're sure of this?
Well, we don't know about the outer parts of the camp because we didn't. We only heard, but we're pretty sure there was no one else outside.
I see. Caellia raises a hand then and puts her palm directly against the side of the bugbear's head, and you guys hear a like not a but like a sound as you see an icicle explode out the bugbear's head and pierce through one of the tent walls, all to the ground with a hole in the side of its head.
Damn, ice cold.
Damn it. That was...
Well, I assume that this means that this brittle alliance is over.
Alliance? Whatever do you mean?
I mean, doesn't seem like you were too keen on being friends with the goblins anymore.
You can't have an alliance with tools, Ecstasy.
Okay.
And saying that, she starts she moves to walk past you, Jing and Blade Dancer and Ecstasy, to leave the tent. You guys are able to stop her. She is a 6-year-old girl. Well, sorry, an 8-year-old. If you guys want to easily get in her way, it's not difficult. Do you let her walk past you or not?
I grab her shoulder.
That stops her before she can leave.
If they were just tools, then why didn't we use them if we wanted to get back to the orphanage?
A simple lone bugbear will not defeat the orphanage and will be a hindrance later on. I'm hoping you all will prove more adequate. And she kind of moves to brush your hand off her shoulder.
And what about the children?
She looks at them. The two in there. They both look scared and terrified, and you can see the little boy is crying. They'll have their revenge, as long as they fight.
Let me, I don't have insight well, so I can't roll it well, but...
You can try if you'd like.
It stinks. What?
Whatever you were trying to figure out, you do not. Let's put it like that. Wah, 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 wah.
Clearly there's something that doesn't add up, but at the same time, this isn't our problem. It's a good thing that we don't have to deal with the aftermath of the goblins one way or the other.
Agreed.
Why did they? Why? Okay. Why did your allied goblins try to attack us?
They tried to attack you. Were any of you wounded?
Yes.
They eat their wounded.
Oh. You still Never told us how you came into control of the goblins. Surely goblins don't really, accept children suddenly as leaders unless they've proven themselves somehow.
I poisoned their water and then showed up with an antidote. One, which was capable of speaking goblin, was quick to allow me in. At that point, I taught them what I had learned in the orphanage. He quickly gathered a group. He was becoming a nuisance, so I exiled him. Some chose to follow.
And that's the goblins that attacked us.
Likely.
And that goblin was Boingo Bear.
Ben Stiller.
Bloink Tooth
No,
Stealer? Yes.
Yes.
Is that all?
I mean, I can't figure anything else out on my own, so...
Is that all from everyone else? Jing, Blade Dancer, Rinder, are you guys saying anything to this little 8-year-old girl who just coldly murdered one of her allies?
Jing's not too good at talking. So... no.
Blade Dancer, Rinder?
I kind of expected it from the first encounter with her. She's basically cutting off loose ends, so...
Rinder?
Render has nothing.
She leans outside to see which buildings are burned. It looks like most of the supply buildings were burned as well as the outhouses. If you need to shit, you'll need to do it in the trees. And she points at one of the buildings that hasn't been burned. In that one, that was one of our storehouses, you should find a chest containing a bit of gear we'd picked off of roving bandits as well as slavers and people that were traversing the roads. Come see me when you're ready to leave.
Alright, let's go check out the chest then.
Okay, I'm just moving you guys out here so you know that you're outside of the tent. The chest is in this building here. So when you get to this chest, it's locked and Caellia did not give you a key.
I pick the lock.
Roll.
I'm gonna do it with inspiration. $22.
There's not much inside. Looks to be that there's about 10 gold. As well as a scroll. And some sort of curved stick that you can recognize as a wand. It has a star at the end of it.
Sorry, what did you say after the goal? I blanked out.
A scroll.
A scroll and a wand with a star on the end.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys doing anything with all of that?
Let's see. Can I maybe find out what type of wand this is? By rolling an Arcana check?
Yes. It's a wand of Cure Light Wounds. You assume it has 10 charges in it. Sorry, just Cure Wounds.
10 charges. And then we have the scroll, which I'm going to do the same with.
You don't need to roll an Arcana check as this. As you unwrap it to begin examining it, you realize it's not actually one scroll, but it's a case with several scrolls tied together.
Oh.
And as you open it, you recognize writing in common. Do you read it?
Yeah.
It starts off, "To our darling Caellia." Do you continue reading?
I mean, she told us that we could take this, so yeah, let's keep on reading.
"To our darling Caellia. I prepared explosive runes this morning." No, get out of here. "To our darling Caellia. We hope you're having a fun time at camp. The war continues to rage on, however, it seems like your father and I will be being sent home shortly. We hope to see you again soon, and we hope that you've been a good girl while we've been gone." And then it goes on to like mention a couple like pets, and you know, it seems like it's just a letter from a father and mother to their child. Looking through the other scrolls reveals the same until you get to the final scroll. "Our dearest treasure. We hope this letter reaches you. The enemy has pushed the last stronghold that we have in this section." It says a lot of place names and things that you aren't familiar with, not being familiar with the world, right? From what you can glean is that there were 2 places at war, and one was clearly losing. And her mother and father must have been on the losing side, as it mentions this fort as a last, like, stronghold. "We're so sorry that we've missed your birthday again, but we both know that you've inherited the best parts of us. And we know you will grow to be a charming, amazing woman. Please don't think poorly of us. We regret not being there for you as you grow. But we'll be watching over you now. So be a good girl. We love you." And it's signed her parents' names, from what you can assume.
We go see Caellia again, I guess.
She's standing with her arms clasped behind her back, looking out onto the road that you guys are going to have to take to get back towards the town.
So, why did you let us read your personal letters?
Trinkets of a lifelong past.
Kid, you're 8 years old. It's not a lifelong past. When did your parents die?
4 years ago.
And how long were they gone for?
Since before I was born.
Well, the mom.
Hang on a
Late
minute.
answer. My mother gave birth to me, and then I was sent back to live upon our estate. I never met them. I never knew them. Upon their death, the magistrate reclaimed all that we had. The people watching over me, no longer being paid, put me out on the streets. I wandered a while and ended up in Orphan's Sanctuary, as I heard it was a place for children such as me, and I was eager to reclaim a childhood I felt I'd never had. Parents and brothers and sisters. But it turns out that Sleepy Nights was just another lie. None of you have anything more to say. I recommend we begin traveling.
Let's go.
Yeah, we still have a lot to do, but being in an orphan isn't all that bad. Well, you still have quite a few years.
Being an orphan is not all that bad. I agree with you, Ecstasy. However, being an orphan at an orphanage where they beat the children and sell them into slavery while exploiting whatever natural talents they have is far worse.
And what did they do to you then?
She turns and looks at you and says, I don't think that's any of your business.
No, it isn't.
They did enough.
But I do care because I come from similar beginnings.
Roll me a persuasion. At advantage because of the story that you prepared in the IC chat previously. She sighs. In me flows the blood of heroes. My mother and father were very accomplished mages working with unstable magic. I never showed any sort of magical talent, however, and the orphanage rightly assumed that was because I had never been in a life-threatening situation. I'll spare you the details, but they put me in several.
Well, we'll get them back for it.
We shall.
We have some other children that should not deserve the same.
No child should deserve the same. And she begins walking down the road.
Well, maybe Richard.
Maybe Richard, she says,
Yeah.
and you can all roll me an insight when she says maybe Richard.
Even if it's not checked off?
Even if it's not checked off.
God damn it. What the fuck?
None of you can really notice anything.
Jing whispers, "Who's Richard?"
Richard's an ant.
Richard is a dickhead kid. So there was a few parts that was left omitted from the synopsis.
Do you guys want to take? Hold on. Do you want to take one of your breaks now, so this way I can get the map, like the future
we're
map
fine.
set up? The sum up then.
Well, so basically we met when we first arrived in this world. We ended up in a farm field, and there was goblins all around. So we had to kill the goblins, and then we found a house that had a couple of bodies on the bodies at the floor that were covered in blood. But when we went inside, we could. Well, when I went inside, what the fuck?
May was whispering that the bodies hit the floor.
Oh, okay. As I was saying, we heard crying inside the house, and we found a small boy which got terrified to shit because we were all looking like monsters. So it got scared of ecstasy, and then it got scared of Zarus, and then it got scared of Blade Dancer, who screamed at.
Maybe
Who
he got
screamed
scared
it.
because you're calling a boy and it.
Anyway.
I feel it's more due to him being truthful.
So this half giant screamed at him too. We will protect you, which only made the boy even more scared. But anyway, we took the boy with us eventually, and we came back to the city, which was also under attack of goblins. So we took care of the goblins, and then we went to the orphanage, took care of some more goblins, and at the orphanage there was a kid that was named Richard, who said some really fucked up shit towards the boy who we saved. Like he was unwanted like all the other children. So Richard is a dick. And it's the whole reason why we're burning down the orphanage in the first place.
Burn down the orphanage!
Now there's better reasons for why we're burning it down, but that's why we went ahead and said it to begin with. We fucking hate Richard.
Sounds good to me.
This world will burn for Richard.
What's your monk's alignment?
She's chaotic good.
Oh. There is no alignment requirement in D&D 5e.
There is, but I bypassed them.
But you didn't for the paladin stuff.
I did.
Oh, because you said
they
that
have to be within one step of their god.
Oh.
The god that they
Oh,
picked
right.
is lawful good.
Okay, then that makes more sense. What's Jiao Jing's god?
What do you want to have been the god of the thing that you followed?
I don't know. Probably something like protection.
Welcome to Ulfring! The god everybody in this game seems to follow.
Nice.
Hey!
You actually probably trained at the same...
Probably true, but there's another reason why Ecstasy does not like Ulfring in general. Well, there is one, but I haven't gotten to that part in my story yet.
Yeah, Blade Dancer, you okay there, buddy?
No, he's dancing on his blades.
What?
Oh, but Dylan?
Yes.
If you're ever able to, can you maybe give me a cutout of Blade Dancer's map sprite over a white background or something so I can use it? Because I have a funny idea in mind that I need to use it for.
Yeah, I can tell you what I
Yeah.
Tokens Wildland. Hill Giant. It's actually the same token from that Wolfram uses, Martin.
I know it's the same one.
You find it yourself, or do you want me?
I mean, I'm not gonna do it right now.
Okay, well, you can probably find it yourself on your own, right?
Maybe, yeah. I'll bring it back up when I'm actually gonna start doing it.
Cool. I'll get you the token then. Give me a